ranging from breast prints on the. Now you got me all fucking
breast prints.
Do you love the movies? Did you love the search for the perfect rental on a Friday night? Did your parents have all the premium channels back in the 80s so you watched those movies that you had no business watching? Well, I know I did, and that is my problem, and I have therapy for that. So welcome to Mike and Anthony Soda Pop Culture Club. Me, Mike, along with my co-host, Anthony.
Meat Group.
Bring our take on a classic movie every Monday from the 80s, 90s, and beyond. It sounds like you're calling us the Meat Group, by the way. Anyways.
We are.
During which we will play the game and open up a 6-pack of favorite scenes. We also point out a couple of generic scenes as well. At the end of the show, we will rate the movie 1 to 24 cans. 1 can is being nailed to a wall and forehead being written on.
I say 1 can is being stuck under an underground pool that never got dug.
That is 1 can. And 24 cans is that shot of what's his name grabbing Robin's ass at the beginning.
Yeah.
Checking her cheeks. 24 cans is checking the cheeks of your lover. That is what it is, baby. That is what it is. But before we get to all that, we want to let you know we have a Patreon. And for as little as $5 a month, I tell you, for $5 a month, we will deliver you bonus episodes and special content just for our patrons. So if you choose any of the higher tiers, there's also other things you get, including being called out as one of our soda jerks, which is like saying, hey, thanks for helping us produce the show, all of that stuff. And
I want to point out, we are going to do some drunk content for the Patreons. I've already made that decision.
Yes. When we get enough Patreons that are willing to participate, Anthony said that the Zoom idea that I had, we will do a Zoom cocktail hour, and he's wanting to force me to drink a lot while he drinks. So
that's what I'm talking about.
So join so we can keep the lights on and keep delivering that kind of mediocre content. And as I said in the last one, we have a goal by October of getting new subscribers. So as long as we get those new subscribers by October, 10 of them is what I have on here, we will make sure all of our catalog is still available. Otherwise, we'll have to make some of it hidden behind a paywall. Sorry, people. We love you, though.
We do.
We do. We still have our website, though. That's sodapopcultureclub.com, where you can check out our episode schedule, buy some merch, and make movie suggestions, which also helps. So, help us out and support the show. Just remember, with request, you have to use our Venmo or PayPal, which is our name, at Soda Pop Culture Club, and make sure you email us. Let us know why we're doing that. Also, share the show with your friends. Check out our Instagram, at Mike and Anthony, where we post thirst traps of Anthony and his beautiful abs, because he's sexy.
Like, this is like a unicorn. It's not there. I don't know why you keep saying it.
It's a unicorn.
It's fucking there.
Oh, no, the picture could be there, but the unicorn would be your
not there.
The abs would
and
never
my
be
abs
there.
are not there. They're there. I just can't find them.
And finally, we need you all go over to Apple Podcasts, hit us up for a 5-star review or any star that makes you happy, and leave a comment, because that helps us grow the show on that platform. So there you go, Anthony.
There you go. Hold on. I got to interject with a quick story here.
Oh, before we even get to it, let's do
it. We
this.
have to, because of the abs thing. So, actually, this was 2 days ago, driving my son to school. Okay, my son is 6.
Yeah.
So he's in the back drawing stuff in his book. He's like, Dad, I'm drawing a picture of you. And he's laughing his ass off with his fucking evil laugh. And I'm like, okay. He's like, 6. I understand what everybody in school does, and they're going to see you now. Like, what? So then he flips it over, draws a picture of me with a hat on, with a big ass round belly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a skinny guy. So if
you're not like I have a belly.
If we're the meat group, you're the sausage group. I'm the turkey bacon group. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a belly. I got a beer belly, but not like I don't got like Dunlap disease. Okay.
Got it.
So he turns around, there's this big belly, and then he's laughing his ass off at it. But then he tells me about, I was like, you drew me with a fat belly. He's like, no, I drew you with rock hard abs. I'm like, what?
What kind of bullshit is
like,
this?
Those are rock hard abs. And then he goes into, he's like, you want to talk about rock hard abs? You talk to me about it, because I'm going to have rock hard abs because I'm going to be working out. Like,
Oh,
where do you come up with this? Yeah.
Dude, hey, you know what, though? I'm glad to hear the thing early. So what movie are we doing today?
We're going to find out as soon as we hit the trailer.
Recently, 2 high school students unearthed a prehistoric man in their own backyard. Their story is completely true. Encino Man.
Flamage. Oh, he is so greasy.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
Wow, who's the guy with the dork squad? Is he fine or what?
This guy's our ticket to fame and popularity. All we gotta do is get him enrolled in school, and he'll help us become popular.
He's a looker.
Link, be careful!
He's dope. I'd go out with him.
Go Songus. I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York, and Japan.
Today, buddy, we're going to discuss the beverage.
What are you doing, Mrs. Stoney?
We figure we's a little juice.
No, we sing the juice.
No, we need the juice!
Hollywood Pictures presents Encino Man. He's 1,000,000 years old.
Milk does the body good, huh?
Great hair.
And living proof that evolution is not an exact science.
Get out the fresh nuts. Squeeze in the juice.
Buddy, you got him talking like you now.
Too sexy for this song.
Oh, God. My wife fucking hates when I make that sound.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's like most ladies probably don't like that for some reason.
It's kind of like, I guess, when you say moist, people get grossed out by that.
Ooh.
My wife has 2 things that, which she won't listen to this episode probably after I just made that sound. 2 things, if I do, she is like, stop fucking doing that. I hate that. It's making that sound. Or when I do my impersonation, or speaking, yes. Or when I do my grandma's boy impersonation.
Of the guy is that one. Oh, now I've got see
my face.
So when I come over the next time, if I come over to your house, I'm gonna be like, "Hi, how are you, Brittany?"
Oh, she'll rip your fucking throat right out.
I'm gonna do it because
I think you should.
I'm a person who will test the fates. All right, so give us the.
You will.
Go ahead. Break it down.
Just listening to that preview, something popped in my head. Do you think that there was a missed opportunity in Austin Powers when they're showing all the people, Gary Coleman, Vanilla Ice, that they could have had Link in one of those cryogenic chambers?
There was. So missed. That's a good one. That's almost a 6-pack of something that didn't happen in this movie.
It could have been in Austin Powers. That would have been a 6-pack. All right.
Yeah.
Here is our breakdown by the numbers, directed by Les Don't Call Me Baker Mayfield, and starring Sean Astin, Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore, Robin Tunney, Michael DeLuise, Megan Ward, Marriott Hartley, Richard Masur, and Ki Huy Kwan, Ki Huy Kwan, best known from Indiana Jones and as Data from the Goonies. Encino Man was released on May 22nd, 1992. Taking in $40.7 million at the box office against a $7 million budget. Most of that was for ICE. It scores a 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb and 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This is not a well-regarded movie, I guess. And
depends on who you ask.
It's funny. What did they spend $7 million on? Because there's no A++ers in this, and they didn't go anywhere exotic.
Well, you figure they had to rent equipment to dig out the backyard. So that.
Oh my God! No, they didn't. That dude did it by hand. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck that noise. Oh my God.
Okay, I got a couple facts here I want to go into about casting since we just got done with that, and then we'll get into the game. So Nicolas Cage and Jim Carrey were considered for Link before Brendan Fraser was cast. That's interesting. It would have been a way different movie with either one of those. Like we're talking like Brendan Fraser is somewhere in that medium ground. Nicolas Cage is a little intense, and Jim Carrey is just silly. So it would have been. I don't know what you would have gotten. That's all I'm gonna say. Jim Carrey would have been interesting though.
Yeah, because I mean, this is back like Jim Carrey. What year did
right before? It's after Once Bitten and before Ace Ventura.
Okay,
so he'd have been in that weird phase that we never really seen him much, other than on In Living Color.
I don't know. Could you see
Marshall Bill?
Could you see Jim Carrey not as a caveman? I could totally see that, but as a popular high school kid.
No, that is the thing, though.
Yeah,
he would have been a dork with his teeth and his
that would be
hair.
the rub there. I can't. Yeah,
Look how wiry he is too. But it would have been funny. That's what I'm saying. It would have been a different movie. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now originally,
hold on. I gotta tell you, if they remade this movie, Ryan Reynolds all day as Link.
Oh no, that's impossible.
Oh fucking day, yes. Not yeah. Oh god, yes.
Jason Momoa.
Link. Jason Momoa. He can't even fit in a high school.
But he looks like he's a fucking big ass dude.
He's not a caveman.
An elephant.
Aquaman.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I got you another fact. Originally, the filmmakers wanted Pauly Shore to play the role of Link, but since cavemen don't talk, they knew they'd lose the appeal of his humor and unique Pauly speak, where Shore would pause between syllables of key adjectives. Anyways, that's a bad joke. Instead, at the suggestion of Disney honcho Jeffrey Katzenberg, they cast him as one of the two teens who find the caveman. Once the producers met Brendan Fraser, they decided that he was better suited for the part, which he was. However, they liked Shore so much, they created the role of Stony Brown character, which Shore helped develop. Most of Stoney's lines were ad-libbed by Shore. So that was just him being him. So if you hated Pauly Shore for being him in that movie, then you really hate him.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder if that's why this gets panned so much. 15% of Rotten Tomatoes is not good.
It's not that bad
because people hate Pauly Shore movies in general.
That's it, because it's about Pauly Shore, because he's but this is not bad Pauly Shore. This is the good Pauly Shore.
And I have a note. Well, let's just hit this right now.
We're gonna play the game.
All right, we'll do the game.
We'll play the game. Here we go.
All right.
All right, we're going to play the game. You know the game. The game's where I'm going to read 3 movie reviews. 2 of them are real. 1 of them is fake that I wrote, and Anthony has to guess which one that is. You too can guess along with him and see how right you are compared to him, because he's awful.
I am. It's true.
Actually, he's not so bad. He's had a good streak. Although the last week's one, I used the same name twice, hoping to fake him out using that great anus guy. So
yeah, you thought I wasn't paying attention.
I thought he wasn't.
Once I was.
He was paying attention. All right. So here we go. Here's the game. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alex Sandell of the Juicy Cerebellum. Now I remember why I keep hoping Pauly Shore never has a comeback. Mark Savlov, Austin Chronicle. I find myself missing Jeff Spicoli. Thomas Collins of the Boston Herald. He calls himself the Weasel. Need I say more? All right. You need to guess which one of those you feel is the fake review.
I'm going to say the third one.
And why is that? Give me a reason.
I feel like you gave me a drink name, Tom Collins.
You do feel that way. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. It is not Alex Sandell. And it is not Mark Savlov. You are correct. It is the third one. But here's the thing. Thomas Collins is not. I didn't give it because of the drink. And I shouldn't have gone too on the nose with the Boston thing, because it's in the old Boston bartender guy.
Yeah.
I do get that. But Thomas Collins is the name of Pauly Shore's character in Jury Duty.
Oh, nice.
That
I haven't seen it in so fucking long. Jury Duty, it's been a long time.
So yeah, you guessed that was a good one, man.
Well, I can tell you. So the first one I already knew that was real because you missaid the guy's name and then you corrected yourself. So I'm like, that can't be the fake one.
Well, no, you should never guess that, because I can fuck anything.
Well, that time I did, so I'm just giving you there. So next time you do that, then I'll be like, that's the fucking fake one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, good guess. Next time I won't pick a drink name. There you go.
I am on a roll.
That's Boston. I use the Boston Herald because the old Boston. I don't know if anybody knows what the old Boston bartender guide is. That's like got all the old drinks, and a Tom Collins would be in that.
Right.
So.
It's I think Woody's got it under the bar at Cheers.
Yeah, Woody's got it under the bar. Yeah, love that dude. Didn't we do a movie with Woody Harrelson? Yeah, we did.
I believe we did.
White Man Can't Jump, and he was. The funny part about watching that is I still only saw Woody in that movie. Just could play basketball. I didn't say it I didn't say it when we were talking about it, but when you think about it, he's still an idiot like Woody, but just can play basketball. So,
right.
Anyways, are you ready for this?
And you know why I love Woody Harrelson? Because he's a Bengals fan.
Well, not everybody's perfect. All right.
I know. That's, why I still do this fucking show, because I have issues.
Will you make me your most excellent promise again? Okay, so
we'll see how this goes before I make my most excellent promise.
Okay. During the first ice age, a caveman attempts to make fire with his cave woman partner. They call it cave woman partner. I didn't write this, so that sucks. Fire with this cave woman partner. An earthquake causes a cave in that buries the two of them. This segues into a present-day Los Angeles earthquake that awakens teenager Dave Morgan. He, along with his best friend Stoney, strive to attain popularity in high school, but comes off more like a reject or an outcast. Dave is in love with Robin Sweeney, a sweet and attractive girl who had been his best friend during grade school and until she reached adolescence had been rejected by Dave on several occasions. Her boyfriend, Matt Wilson, is a stereotypical jock and school bully who is constantly responsible for making both Dave and Stoney the objects of ridicule by humiliating them in various ways, usually directly due to Dave's affections toward Robin.
All right, so one thing in that summary I want to point out. Now I know you didn't,
I kind of fixed them, but I didn't fix this one for some reason.
The line, which I disagree with, because I don't know who wrote this. That
it doesn't matter.
He, along with his wherever you stole this from, he, along with his best friend Stoney, strive to attain popularity. Stoney doesn't give a shit. Stoney doesn't care.
I'm just happy, and that's later on in the movie. I'm just happy being me. That's what he says.
Exactly. Sorry, honey, if you're listening. I did it again.
So yeah. Now I want to say this. Now Dave's plan is, to me, just ridiculous. Even before the Iceman cometh, like, I don't know how hand digging a pool will somehow lead to popularity and pool parties. Plus, why? And just in our 40s, men, why are parents even letting him dig up the yard like that? But did you notice? I will say this. When they did the little flyover, you saw all the other yards had the sweet ass backyards
and the pools,
and
mm-hmm.
that was it. And then and like we said, his plan. He tells Stoney his plan, and plan's like, I'm just cool coasting and moving on the next year because he knows he's going to be in the other movie with that where he's a hungry man. Okay, you know what I mean. He's going to be in the next movie where Link makes a cameo. Yeah, son-in-law. He's going to be a son-in-law soon. And how many years would that be past? Yeah, anyways.
When he's in college for the 7th year in a row?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So they did that little thing, but there's no way that could have been Stoney because that's too much time between movies. There's only like 2 years between these movies.
No, it couldn't be anyways because in Son-in-Law, he was a nerd in high school. Remember? He showed his picture.
You don't think Stoney's a nerd?
Huh?
Stoney's not a nerd. I know that.
Stoney's Stoney, but I'm saying in Son-in-Law, he showed Rebecca his high school picture, and he was a dork with glasses and
That's true. That's true. We did that movie.
Haircut. Yeah.
You guys can go back and listen to that right now. You should do it now.
Agree with the dude. Guzzle with some brew.
Yeah. So, what do you think about that? What do you think about his glorious plan with a pool?
I'm going to tell you, there's no fucking way in hell that pool was ready by prom, first of all. That's just, give me a goddamn break. He could have been digging day and night, and that still would have taken him fucking years. He would have had to start digging that hole as it is now when he was like 4 years old to get to this point.
Did you see the boulders in it?
Yeah, what the hell? How do you get that shit out of there?
Those things are tons. Those aren't just, you look at them and go, oh, it's just a small boulder. And you're like, a small boulder is heavy.
You better get your fucking rock hammer and start going Andy Dufresne on that shit because it's going to take you a while because that's the only way you're getting that out. You need a little chunk by chunk.
Now, I do like this when he's like, I want to look back and have my own page in the yearbook. I'm going to give my 6-pack here because this is something Stoney says. He says, why don't you jump off the school and and commit suicide, go for the cover.
There you go.
That's a great line.
It
It's
is.
like, hey man, if that's all you want, it's easy. It's easy. You'll get the cover, baby.
All right. Now you got your other 6-pack here too.
I'll hit that too. So they go to school and I'll hit it. Okay. So they go to school and they're standing there. Stoney is with Dave and they're looking over at Robin because he's longing for the thing he wants because his pool's going to somehow make it happen. And I made a reference to it at the beginning, but you see Matt with Robin and Stoney's play-by-play of Matt. He's got the spiky top hair, the nice beak. He's got a fundage, and it shows him checking her cheeks with his hand. I just love that play-by-play because you know that he's just being sincere, but every word he says, Dave is like his soul is just being crushed, like with every little syllable that comes out.
So I gotta throw in my 6-pack now, my first one.
All right. Oh, you got one already?
I got one, yeah.
Go ahead.
So, like you said, they get to school. I love it. Let's Get Rocked by Def Leppard playing as they're driving up to school. Like, I love me some Def Leppard, but that also just immediately puts me right there at that time. It's awesome. You gotta love, like, anytime, especially when you got like high school movies, towards the beginning, like when you show up to school, like you've always got to have that jam. You gotta have that song. You know, it's a trope, but you got to have that to kind of set the mood.
Can I give you, I agree with that, bringing me back to that time, but for a different reason. See, this was Def Leppard was becoming a little bit more lame. And they had that weird digital cartoon guy walking down the street on their music video. It was kind of dorky. And then right after this, we got hit with Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Right. And it made, they call that a market correction. Def Leppard got market corrected hard, and nobody wanted anything to do with this anymore.
I will say, in Def Leppard's defense, the problem they had is that they were 80s.
They're from the 80s.
80s hair band rock. Everybody else fucking copied them afterwards when they came out.
Oh, yeah. I would
say copied them. So
everybody wanted to do Photograph, and
they were patient zero. But when you say that too, it's funny because like this will stick out in my fucking mind forever, especially that song, Let's Get Rocked. Because it's when Adrenalize came out. I remember in civics class, I think it was. We had these weekly quizzes.
Yeah.
But they were like current event quizzes.
Oh.
So it's like you had to watch the news and all shit, like what was going on in the world and all that. And this was again before the internet and everything. So you had to kind of pay attention to what's going on. One of the questions was, which band just came out with an album called Adrenalize. Now, again, this was me. I was excited for the question. But then when we're going over the answers in class, and one of the dickhead kids in my class was all making like Def Leppard, like making fun of it. And I was like, shit, I like Def Leppard.
Because you were lame. I get it. Okay.
This is well, whatever. Fuck it. I was lame.
I love it.
I was lame because I didn't have a caveman in my backyard.
Def Leppard peaked in my time in middle school when they came out with Hysteria, that album. With Love Bites and all that, and Pour Some Sugar on Me. That right there was peak Def Leppard, and it never got any better from there to me.
You can't Hysteria. Yeah, they couldn't do better than that.
That was their magnum opus, as they say.
I mean, a lot of people would argue Pyromania was, but it's between those two albums.
Pyromania was like, we set this thing off, and then that was like, here's 5 number 1 hits. Like millions of copies sold. It was ridiculous. So,
well, I mean, you had the story behind it too. The one-armed drummer.
Oh yeah, coming back. That was the other.
Like that was a big thing because that album took a long time to get made.
Because everybody wanted to see the video. People don't understand this. We didn't get any footage of that, and so when we watched the video, we're saying, "Where's the guy with the one? How's he doing it?" And we're like trying to watch how he played the drums, and that was a thing.
God.
When Pour Some Sugar came out, you were like watching for that. That was. That was a thing.
Back when they made music videos for those listeners that don't know what that is.
Yeah, because that's how we learned what people look like, what they wore, all that stuff. We didn't have Twitter or Instagram.
That's how we found out you're supposed to rip 113 holes in your jeans and have them acid washed.
That is correct. You did, and you wanted them naturally worn, and then you would wash them so they get the fuzzy. Yeah. Anyways. So there you go. I'm not going to go on how to make acid washed ripped jeans. Just not going to do it.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
It's your turn, buddy.
All right. So one day Dave is digging. As he's digging the pool in his backyard, he comes across a chunk of ice that has the body of a man in it following an earthquake. They leave the ice block unattended in the garage, and space heaters left on cause the ice to melt, releasing the caveman. The caveman then encounters a garbage truck, which he misinterprets as a mammoth from his time, and a television, which he discovers upon entering the living room. So here we go. Caveman, welcome to the 80s.
Now, I don't know if this was intentional or not. One of the things I picked up on is when Dave, before he discovers the caveman, did you hear Stoney was listening to Frankensteiner? I wonder if that was like a little nod to we're bringing something to life here. Like,
Yeah.
I wondered that.
I think so, yeah. I mean,
but once again, Dave is on this stupid thing. I will say, I think this is the movie that helped Sean Astin land Rudy, because when they find the was that Mysterium? Is that what it's called? Mysterium Bowl? And it flies in the air. We do see
Jeopardy?
Yeah. I do actually, and you don't. But we see him catch the bowl, after it was flung up in the air. So we do see some of those football skills.
Yeah.
That little tryhard Rudy has.
Nice save, David. No, Rudy didn't have those skills. Rudy couldn't fucking catch a football.
Yeah, but I mean, he had. Well, it's like the NBA, right? The big guys who can't shoot, even when you meet them in person, they can shoot, right? Like they're not as bad as a regular person at shooting. They're still good, just not as good as the guys who are the greatest.
Do you think, when you talked about this earlier, just the Stoney connection to son-in-law, do you think Dave, as far as character continuation, is 50 First Dates?
Ooh.
Hey, Robin, things have changed since high school.
Oh.
Protein shake. That's what he did. He started doing steroids to get popular.
He's awful.
What's kind of funny now I think about it is, I think in 50 First Dates, he's wearing the same fucking mesh tank top that Pauly Shore wears in Encino Man.
This is the multiverse coming into life here, buddy. It's all one universe. There it is. Now, I will say, they leave it in the garage, and they're going to go to school. Wouldn't you think this is the day to skip school? I mean,
probably.
The day you find a body in your...
Just leave it unattended over a heater.
Yeah, like, what do you think? Best case scenario is the ice is so thick it doesn't melt. Worst case scenario is it's a dead body, and now it's hot and rotting on your floor because the ice melted.
Well, I'll tell you, actually, worst case scenario is you have I don't know how the fuck they got that out of the ground, first of all. Like, they're not strong enough.
They used the pulley and
they did,
rope.
But still. Worst case scenario is you have like 7 space heaters.
Where'd you get those?
No.
Fire.
Plugged into a garage with a giant block of ice melting all over the fucking floor around them. Burn the garage down.
It's gonna electric fire. It's gonna happen.
So this movie is not promoting fire safety at all.
No. But this is when Stoney does say, when he's like, don't you want to be popular and all that? And Stoney's like, I'm just happy to be me. But Dave is trying to tempt him with the money, and he's like the bad guy. Really, when you think about it, he's the bad guy.
Dave would have been me back then, like a dork that would need to find a caveman to get noticed. That would be the only way I could have done it. So, I think that's why we do this podcast. We're still pretending to fucking be somebody.
And I read
We're both
this.
Dave.
No. See, there's a difference between you and I. When I was in school, I was talented and I was known by everyone, and I could float in many social circles. I was not you. So there you go.
Oh, so
I was a varsity golfer.
You're doing this to recapture your glory days.
Yes, I'm trying to peak twice here. So
wow,
you never had a peak, so this could be it.
You're trying to relive show choir.
I'm trying to relive performing.
The popularity you gained by doing show choir. I get it.
Well, no, here's the thing. You making fun of that, but
I totally am.
But when you're truly talented, like I am as a singer, that matters. People respect talent, and they've respected me for that.
I see you giving autographs out all the time. I know.
No. That's not about that. It's about people know that you're talented, they respect it, and there's a certain amount of reverence for what you can do.
Right.
It's just how it is.
How many times in high school did you get laid because of your show cred?
Okay, here's the thing. Every time. So that's all I'm going to say.
Wow. Okay.
You don't want to know. Like, there were girls at other schools
by
that
a girl.
want to meet
Let
that
me qualify
guy.
that. By a girl.
Yeah. There were girls at the other schools that were like, hey,
not by yourself.
I want to meet that guy because he's really talented. And one thing
okay.
That happens. You think that's weird, but it's true. Talent matters. I keep trying to tell you this. You don't listen.
I mean, we don't have
Someone
any
who doesn't
talent.
have any has never experienced it. I understand.
Have talent.
Whatever.
We don't. We suck, man.
If we ever do karaoke for people, they'll see. And you know that. You know it, and it just makes me so mad.
I know it because I can do Eminem like a motherfucker.
I want to say Dave is, we keep talking about you and your thirst traps.
You keep talking about that, not we. Don't fucking say we. You keep talking about that. I am not
like you calling me a dork. I mean, I'm just using the royal we.
I'm using the royal we. The royal we is clean, Your Highness.
That's a different movie.
Yeah.
The definition, but no, Dave is the definition of thirsty. Like with Robin, like always eyeballing her, checking her out. But he had a chance. But why is Robin such a dick to him? Since at one time they were like best friends, why is now she's a dick? Because it sounds like they had a really good relationship.
Because this is what happens: junior high, high school, shit changes. You get to meet people that you didn't grow up in the same block with.
Yeah,
everything changes. Social statuses start getting formed, and Dave is borderline stalker. Actually, not borderline. He is a fucking stalker. The shit he's doing, you could get a restraining order for today.
Yeah, I guess.
Dave's trying way too fucking hard.
All right.
Way too hard. Like, Dave is like trying to demand her affection and like convince her to like him.
Well, convincing, but I do want to go into this because he talks to her. I do have a 6-pack on this where Matt comes along and, he says, Robin wouldn't piss on your gums if your teeth were on fire. Shush! Some of us pump and some of us slump. You need to try a little more. Need to try a little more pump, Dave. Get rid of that acne.
I got to bring that back in this podcast with you.
Shush! So, do you like the realism of a caveman surviving?
Do I like it? What do you mean?
I mean, is it a believable enough jump in this movie for you that you're like, yeah, whatever?
Well, I mean, Austin Powers did it, so why not?
Well, Austin Powers, we had an understanding of cryo freezing a little bit more. This isn't cryo freezing. It's not to the temperatures of Austin Powers.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 0 - 0 Kelvin or whatever it would be.
And I guess this is my, like, I in no way pretend to understand science at all.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem like he had been buried far enough underground for that ice to stay frozen.
I lived out west, and I can tell you, if you're in Southern California specifically, there is no way the ground 10 feet below you was a river of an under. We would know if there was a glacier there because people would have already dug into it.
And maybe I'm just poking too much into this, but the other thing is when he gets thawed out, he's all covered with like clay, basically, right?
Yeah, which there's no clay soil out there.
But not even that. Even if there was, he was fucking in an ice cube. So why has he got clay all over him?
Well, I mean, because he was dirty before he got...
He wasn't that dirty before he got...
No, he wasn't, actually. He wasn't.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what? It makes it look like he climbed out of the clay. It's like, no, he wasn't that dirty when he got frozen.
Now...
I don't know.
I agree. Now, I want to say this. Now, do you think... Now, I thought Link would have eaten the dog. Because, in his day, he probably would have ate that.
Well, he didn't have means to start a fire yet. He hadn't had a chance to. He had to cook the dog first.
I don't know. He could eat raw. He came in. All right. Okay, I'm ready to go on. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
When the boys return home, they find hand paint covering the walls and the house in disarray. Investigating a beeping smoke alarm, they discover the caveman in Dave's bedroom attempting to start a fire. At first, the caveman panics at the sight of them and the sound of a telephone, but Stoney quickly calms him by using the flame of a lighter to mesmerize him. After cleaning him up to look like an average teenager, Dave names him Link, as in the missing link.
All right, now right there, he was trying to make fire to cook the dog.
You think so? Think
He's
that's
gonna
what
cook
it
the
was?
dog. Yeah.
You go cook the fucking dog. Okay.
Cook the fucking dog.
okay.
All right, so I got to give a story here now. Now I know I've already saw you have a note about this that you don't like the name or the reasoning behind it. But
yeah,
the name is funny to me because, as you know, I've been known in my house as Link for over a fucking decade.
Yeah.
Because my stepson, when I first met him, was really young and said he wasn't sure he would remember my name was Anthony. So I said, you can call me whatever you want. He's like, I'm going to call you Link, which for him was Link from Zelda. But literally, that's how I'm referred to 90% of the time in my house. My 6-year-old, other than my 6-year-old calling me dad, which he's even referred to me as Link sometimes in the conversation.
I don't do that.
So
I call you Anthony.
Saying, I know, but I'm just saying I'm Link in my house, which is just funny.
Can I pick a name for you like him? Just pick a name?
If I can pick one for you. I
will name it after your drink, Knob.
Oh.
Knob Creek. You like that, right?
I don't drink Knob Creek, actually.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I've actually never... I've been doing some Weller recently.
Weller?
Weller.
Okay.
Well, here's the deal. I found out that Pappy Van Winkle, which is like the hardest to get bourbon there is.
Yeah.
So I did find out Weller 12-year-old, which I have not scored a bottle of that yet, but Weller 12-year-old is actually like Pappy's cousin. And people found this out, so it's hard to get because basically, but it's like a normal price whiskey, you know?
Okay.
It's not thousands of dollars on the secondhand market because Weller 12, they're both made in Buffalo Trace distilleries. Weller 12 is just basically the barrels that don't make the cut as Pappy. Which
the
difference is like minuscule to somebody like me that has
to non-refined
palate. I gotta get some fucking Weller then. Well, I had a chance to try Pappy once when we were at Universal eating at a restaurant there.
You got a glass of it?
No, I had a chance to. I'm like, I just can't fucking do it because you showed me the prices. It was I'm trying to remember now. I think and just the 10-year, which is even the old stuff of Pappy.
Yeah.
It was like $130 for a 2-ounce shot.
Woo!
I'm like, and my wife is like, just get it. You're never gonna get a chance to try it again. I'm like, I just can't. I fucking can't. I don't care if it's the unicorn of fucking bourbon and all. I'm like, because it was funny because I said I saw on your list you guys have Pappy. So on the back of her fucking menu card where she takes the orders down, she has the prices listed out for each one because it was like $300 something for the older one. I'm like, I literally just like, to me, I'm like, I don't care if we can afford to get it. I'm like, I cannot ever justify spending $130 on 2 ounces of liquid I'm going to drink. There's just no fucking way.
I totally understand.
It's just the principle of it. No.
My father is funny. If we go out to eat, he can't go somewhere where things are expensive.
Yeah.
So I will go somewhere where there's no option but expensive.
There you
go.
To
make him have to spend money.
When I first heard about Pappy, it was several years before this. A friend of mine, he had told me about it. I had never even heard about it. I didn't.
I'd never heard it ever.
That far in like my whiskey journey here.
News to me, buddy. I'm learning Pappy Van Winkle.
He told, it is. He told me about like he was in Washington for a trip for work, and they had it at a bar, and he tried it. He was like, "It is the smoothest whiskey I've ever had." Blah blah blah. But he got to try it, but it was like for a glass of it, like $25, which is expensive still for a shot of whiskey. But then I'm like, when I get this price, I'm $130. Fuck that noise. I can't. No, I won't. I don't care. Like, this goes into like why I've never understood the kind of money celebrities waste on fucking shit. Like,
yes.
Give me a break. Fuck.
Talk about a side conversation.
It is, I know.
Anyway. So I'll get back to the movie. In this part of the movie, I always found it weird because I thought that a real caveman would look at them as threats and just want to kill them. Like, I thought he killed Dave and Stoney.
Yeah, but then the movie's over.
I get that, but that makes more sense than what happens.
Unless they're going to show the trial. I'd love to see Link in court, though. That would be good.
Oh, there would be, I don't even know what they would do at that. He'd probably be in a hospital, mental hospital.
Yeah, I know. Because you can't say guilty or not guilty by yelling Unga Bunga. Like, they can't.
Whatever he was saying at that time, Unga Bunga. That, you know what this reminds me of, though, now that you just said that? It reminds me of the cartoon Captain Caveman.
That's why I said it.
Oh,
dummy.
Unga Bunga.
That
does remind me of that. I love that, man.
Exactly what I fucking quoted.
I missed that cartoon. That was a good cartoon.
And Captain Caveman and Son, when they came out with that, too.
Oh, and Son. They did that with all of them, though.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Plastic Man, and they had Plastic Man and his bouncing baby boy. I remember that.
Plastic Man. Wow.
Yeah, Plastic Man. That's one of my favorites.
Anyways, we should do, with our Patreon episodes, we should do some fucking cartoons.
You know, you're right. You know, here's some bonus content you could get. We are probably going to do our favorite cartoons of the 80s. How's that? Yes. Yes. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere.
High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears.
Don't sing, man. Don't sing. I've already let you serenade people at the beginning of one of these past.
Gummy bears, like once it starts, I can't not finish it. It's like Cartman with "Come Sail Away."
It's like you with Creed.
Yeah, here's something I gotta finish it.
I do like Stoney's line in this, though. He says, "I'm not a geek. I'm a unique weasel." I do love that. It's one of my favorite things here. Now, what basically sums up this part is we get a montage of basically making him pretty montage. It's like the Pretty Woman shopping montage. You know, it's the montages you get every movie where they go out and they make themselves look pretty.
It's funny because it's like doing that with him. It's like watching Cher and Ty clean up.
Oh, yeah.
Cher and Dion clean up Ty and Clueless. They got her in the tub. They're washing all the shit out of her hair.
That is funny. That is true. That is true. And I did think, you said about the name, I do think the name Link is a little lame. I guess it does work when they try to make him from Estonia.
Yeah.
Anyways, I almost booked a cruise that went to Tallinn, which is in Estonia. Just thought I'd let you know. Almost. Now the smart test. Did you like the smart test with the finger? Let's see how smart he is, and he does the little, that.
Ooh,
Well, how did you do that? How did you do that? So he's not very. He seemed dumb when he did that. Just my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He seemed like us.
All right, is it my turn again?
It's your turn. No.
All right.
My turn. It's my turn.
Is it
my turn? Fuckhole. It's my turn.
Let me see. I went.
It's my turn.
Then you went. Then
it's my goddamn turn.
And then you went. Go ahead.
All right. Now I go. So they managed to fool Dave's stupid parents, Marriott Hartley and Richard Major, and sister Ellen Blaine, into thinking he is actually an Estonian exchange student sent to live with them and enroll him in school, where Link's bizarre behavior and supreme athletic skills shoot Dave and Stoney to popularity by association, kind of, allowing Dave to get closer to Robin, causing Matt's anger and frustration. So basically, what this does is it lets them get into blades.
Before you go into your six-pack, though, I do want to do my thing here. Once again, these have to be the dumbest parents. They let him dig the pointless hole in the backyard, and they don't even know if they were supposed to get an exchange student. Not to mention all the other times he mentioned and they forgot him. Like when he forgot him at the mall or at the pool, or like these have to be the dumbest parents. I just want to throw it out there one more time. These are bad parents. These are not good parents.
Or just not even maybe dumb, just bad parents. They just don't give a shit.
All right, you want me to hit your six-pack now?
Six-pack, yeah. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. 'Cause you belong to my friend Link. Me. I love that. When he eats the fly.
But did Stoney know that was going to happen, where he's going to eat it, or was he just a surprise? But he rolls with it better.
No, he's just watching it because he sees. I don't know if he knew he was going to eat it, but he's just seeing Link scouting that fly.
That was a cool scene. That was a cool scene.
Like that rivals Ralph Macchio catching one with the toothpicks, or with the chopsticks. Sorry.
The chopstick. I would say
Another great fly scene.
I would say Karate Kid is a little bit more memorable.
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying like there's a lot of, so we've got the fly scene,
Yeah.
a la Karate Kid. We've got the makeover montage, a la Clueless. Like
It's this amalgamation of
it is,
many
but this
movies.
was before Clueless, but after Karate Kid. So
okay, so why is it when they decide to take him to school that they can dress him in hip clothing but can't manage to do that for themselves? Why can they make him look good but not do that for themselves? I don't understand that.
Stoney's already covered.
Stoney's got his own style.
His style. So
but no, Dave, come on.
Because Dave knows he can't fucking pull that off. Plain and simple. Here's the thing, if Dave tries at this point, he's considered a poser. Like you can't just change looks in high school like that.
You think it's a try hard.
You got somebody one day they go goth and that's it. Okay. But you don't just automatically like show up one day like you just went to the fucking Gap on a shopping spree.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like you're in your lane at that point. You can't go drastic because you're going to get made fun of.
But I mean, here's the thing. You could be a loner and look cool and know that I guess he has no self-confidence.
He has none at all.
That's his problem. If he had this confidence to say, I'm just going to do this because I like how I look and it makes me feel better, and fuck all y'all, that would have been a better movie. Actually, it wouldn't have been a movie. He'd have been fine.
He's a fucking social leech still looking for a ball sack to suck on.
And here's the thing. He, again, goes in with all this popularity bullshit with Link, with Dave, and Stoney says, I just want to be his friend.
And
it's
exactly.
He just wants to be his friend. He's just there for the ride.
In Stand By Me, the leech scene, Dave would have been the one that clung to his balls.
He's the leech.
He's the missing leech. He's the one that said, I'm getting in there. I'm going to burrow in because I want to make sure I stay as long as I can. Okay. So I'm going into the tighty whities. I'm going to the balls.
All right. Okay.
That's
okay.
Dave.
So did you want to, you have a question here. Did you want to ask me
I
that
do.
question?
So I was going to touch on this earlier. Where do you rank this in terms of Pauly Shore's best roles and characters ever?
I really like In the Army Now.
Yeah.
Really, there's 3 movies, and I would say Son-in-Law, In the Army Now, and this.
Mm-hmm.
I like Son-in-Law better than this.
Not the movie, but I'm saying the character.
As a character? Well, okay.
Not the movie itself.
The character I like better a little bit. Yeah.
Like to me,
but I think they're the same, though.
Well, they are the same. He's the fucking same in everything. Pretty much, but
it comes up the weasel.
This to me, I think, is Pauly Shore's best role ever. It's perfect for him because this is number one. This is like before we got too much Pauly Shore.
That's true.
Okay?
Jury Duty was probably about when we got Critical Mass.
Jury Duty, Biodome,
Biodome probably was it. Biodome was the one that people went and watched it and they enjoyed it, but then they were like, okay now I've got to grow up now.
Yes,
I've got
exactly.
to grow up.
That's what I think. Like this is the penultimate Pauly Shore film in character. I think so.
I would agree.
Because it's just like Son-in-Law. I revere Son-in-Law. I fucking absolutely love Son-in-Law. But I gotta say this because this also. Like to me, it works so well for him because he's not like the main character in it, but he's such a big part of the movie.
But he's the voice of reason.
And he steals the fucking show in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's a better character. He's better.
I
think way better than Dave.
He's a sidekick, but more enjoyable than
it would almost be a better movie if it was just about his interactions with Link and the craziness that goes through with, and then the story arc being something different.
I'd watch an hour and 45 minutes of them at Magic Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. Surviving that. That's definitely. Now, I want to talk about getting to school. When they get to school, Link sees Robin Tunney down there's hair, and that's what sets him off, I think. He does that thing off the rails and goes down. But here's my thing. He just grabs her. How is she okay with that? Why is she still into him after he kind of just assaults her and tries to go after her tits? I mean, that's kind of... Is this something that guys like that experience that I just don't know?
I don't know. Maybe she's into it.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just like, hey, I mean, you go from, like she's used to being manhandled by her skeezy boyfriend.
Yeah.
So she's already comfortable with that, but this is somebody new.
It's somebody new.
I guess. He smells earthy.
Yes, earthy tones. Okay, now I do like when he gets to class. There's something I want to talk about there. I have a 6-pack on that, and I'll hit it right now. And that is when they get into class finally. Link is drawing all his drawings on the board, and he has all his caveman drawings. I love how his little stick man. He has a little penis that goes down to show which one's the guy. I just find it hilarious that he has to have that much realism, and it's interesting that he picked up on that and just started drawing on it. I mean, I don't know. I just thought that was fun. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
Because that was done at school. But I think I'm going to go. So after school, I'm going to get to your thing now because I think your 6-pack is pretty cool. Let's hit that.
It is. All right. My 6-pack. Well, you didn't ask me what you were going to ask me first.
What was my... Oh, Anthony. Yes. Can you name the food groups? Okay. And then I'll hit... Okay. And would you be equal with me and share a burrito? So here you go.
All right. So, because this is my 6-pack, but yes, I'd share a burrito.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
I get the bigger half. And yes.
That's what she said.
Dairy group, milk duds, fruit group, sweet tarts, vegetable group, corn nuts, and when the microwave dings, meat group.
Meat group.
That's
now,
I love it.
Is corn nuts, does this cross over into the Heather's world?
Yes, it does. Again, here we go. Encino Man is an amalgamation of so much shit.
It's Heather's, man.
It's
Heather's,
man. It's Clueless. It's Karate Kid.
Now, I didn't make this
It's Austin Powers because he's frozen.
I didn't make it a 6-pack, but another thing in that scene, the no wheezing the ooze.
Oh, wheezing the ooze.
You know, that not that guy, but the other guy was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up, he's canceled and I think in prison. Or I don't know. I think it was some sort of rape allegation.
Yeah.
It may have actually gone through, but I don't remember. But he's a canceled dude. So I'm glad that the line came from the guy that's okay.
If you're gonna wheeze the juice, you gotta get permission first.
Yeah, if you're gonna wheeze the juice or check out the gazongas, get that permission. Don't do a Billy Madison. Don't grope your teacher on the bus.
Yes.
Now at the fucking Magic Mountain, I did feel for that panda. They're running around beating up that guy. Now, in most places, they have a spotter with those people. So that park left him kind of in the lurch by not giving him someone with him to walk him around and make sure no one's fucking with him. So I kind of blame the park, but I felt for him a little bit, just thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
Soon, Stoney's bizarre attitude apparently is having an effect on Link's actions and speech, which causes a rift between Dave and Stoney. Matt's anger and frustration leads to a fight with Link at a skating rink and increases due to Robin's growing attraction towards Link. Hubba hubba.
Waka waka.
Wow. Here's my thing, though. What weird-ass world is a hockey rink, the hip hangout? Back then, it was more roller skating rinks, I thought.
Yeah, but I think they were doing that to be different.
Yeah, I guess.
But also, roller rinks too, especially as you're getting older. Like roller rinks are more of a like junior high vibe, I think, especially at
so you graduate to actual blades,
exactly.
As they say.
These are supposed to be like older high school kids, so no more roller skating, couple skate. It's like fucking.
But here's
knock
the
your
thing.
teeth out on the ice.
But here's the thing: they're out there playing on the ice and getting all sweaty and stinky. How can that even be a good hang for the girls who are hanging out with them? Unless they're into that.
They're into it.
They're okay.
They're
I mean, gladiators used to like take the sweat from their clothes and like bring it into cups for the women when they would come by. And
is cool getting groped by a caveman, so I think she's okay with this.
Yeah, she rolled with him. She rolled it pretty good with the mustard, ketchup and mustard art and all that.
I gotta say, so we're fucking playing hockey, not roller hockey, fucking ice hockey with no helmets because we're that cool and don't want to mess up our hair.
Yeah, you take a puck in the head or face.
Shit.
That's
yeah.
Woo! Now, I want to say this. When they first get there and they walk in the door, you've seen the two guys with the skateboard. They said, hey, there's a couple of Barneys. Did you hear that?
Yep.
And that's another term we heard in fucking Clueless. And they hit him with the skateboard. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Now, do you think they were going more the Clueless route or they were going more the Flintstones route? Barney Rubble. Because we got Caveman.
Yeah. Oh, is it more of a, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Barney, because Barney is kind of the lame friend of Fred.
Yeah.
But Fred's kind of adult and Barney's kind of the smart one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. But what I do think is Matt is while Dave is a tool and a sycophant, Matt is the worst type of human. Like,
Matt's a prick.
Yeah. I'm going to hit my 6-pack here for that because I think that's a good one. And that's where when dude sees Link hanging out with his girl, Robin, he starts skating over there after he picks on Dave and does some bullshit to him. You see him start skating over Link and he says, I don't know you. I don't like you. As of now, I'm all over you.
So it wasn't because of that, though. It was because he was picking on Dave. And then Link, where's the juice?
Where's the juice? That's all isn't that the worst way to have to know how to express your anger?
Yeah.
The only way you know how is to say, where's the juice?
So he tries to pick up Dave.
Where's the juice? Because he saw what was wrong. He understands protecting his tribe, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets that. He gets that. You know, and the thing is she ends up, because of how bad he is, what's funny is he throws away Dave, but that's not the problem. He then comes over and punches Link, and then that's when Robin's like gone. But that's all Dave ever had to do was show Robin how awful Matt is, and he'd have been gone even before Link. I think if somehow she could show that.
Oh, if he showed it, I still don't think she wants anything to do with him at the time.
Yeah, but I think she would have at least not been with Matt, and then that'd make it at least a better chance. I mean,
she would have moved on to another asshole.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
All right. Now, I will say, yeah, she would have moved on to the other. Now, what this movie does give us, it gives us a second montage, second excellent montage, and that is the training montage where they're learning how to fight. And at the end of it, I have a 6-pack here because it's one of these things I still use to this day. When Link throws Stoney and he says, ow, my pancreas. Yeah, I still use that if I hurt myself anywhere.
Yeah, that is very quotable all the time. Like, I can't remember how many times I've said that.
Yeah, that's so true. Now, I'm going to throw out my generic now because it's here in this section, and it's pretty pathetic. I'm going to hit it. And in this section, Dave tries to drum up some nostalgia with Robin, but he's kind of a loser. What kind of a loser holds on to a prepubescent photo of himself with the girl taking a bath? What moment was he waiting for to leverage this into some sort of weird come on? Like how in your world was this ever going to work? Hey, check out me and you naked in the bath a long time ago. Does this turn you on? Do you want to go out with me?
I have no answer. I have no answer.
Oh, you don't? Do you have any of those photos of like other people with you that were like naked that you could have shamed them with? I do not. I do not have.
I don't.
I'm happy to say that does not exist for me.
No. During a school field trip to a natural history museum, Link gets upset realizing that the cave people he knew are all dead. Stoney and Dave console Link that he is not without friends in this time, causing the trio to make a pact. But Dave tries to abandon Link, and a fight between Dave and Stoney causes Link to come running back and separate the friends. Stoney and Dave reconcile. So Dave, again, another dickhead move, just going to give him a sock full of quarters and send him out into the world.
Yeah,
sock. The fuck, dude.
Here you go.
The Radmobile.
Mall rats.
Knock him out with a sock full of quarters.
But yeah, he does. Radmobile. But now I will say this. When they go to the Natural History Museum, when you go to these museums and you see what early humans look like that, he was way too big to be a caveman. And even when you look at houses that were built in the 1700s and 1800s, the doors are so much shorter and narrower because people were smaller.
Yeah,
They just were.
but you got
Like he'd be an anomaly.
He's an anomaly. Yes, he's the missing link.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say, though, that he should be thanking Dave and Stoney for his self-realization, his self-awareness, because that is a gift to understand who you are, where you are, and not live in an unreality. Just really knowing what's really going on. It takes people thousands of dollars in therapy to get there. He got there just by going to the museum. So
exactly.
That's what I was saying.
That's all you need.
Trip to the museum. Like Cameron's house in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Isn't that what he called it? A museum?
Museum. It's like a museum. It's very cold. You're not allowed to touch anything.
There you go. See, I remember shit. I'm not so bad. Now, I don't understand why Matt would want to follow Dave and Stoney. Because, like, it's not like they're a threat or anything to anything in his world. Like, they're nobodies. If they, why would he care what they're up to?
He just wants to bury them.
He just wants to. Okay, because at the museum, he and that's how he kind of feels like, oh, there must be something up here.
No, I think I think he's keeping an eye on Link more than anything.
You think that's about him?
Yeah,
okay.
He wants to bury Dave because he knows where a hole is dug already.
Okay, he's already got. Well, yeah, Dave's giving him a head start. And
how great would that have been for the ending that Matt actually gets buried under the pool?
Oh, oh. Yeah, or he gets stuck in a freezer and gets frozen into ice.
There you go. The sequel that was never made.
The thousands of years later when advanced humans or whatever we'd be by then. Or no humans. You never know.
Yeah, you've got robots talking in, with AI talking in a special, like, computer language. And he comes out, hey, you want a piece of me?
Yes. Shush! I don't understand you.
Oh God, man, they really should have done this.
Now, I do like when they're back at school and they do the driving thing.
Yeah, driver's ed.
And I love the teacher. He has a great line. He says, "Get inside the car and shoot your barber." That's a fucking line, man. I love that line. Other than that, it's pretty uneventful. I mean, he does go. He lets Link drive. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because he only knows how to drive because of the video game Radmobile.
Radmobile.
But I don't know how he held it on two wheels for so long. I mean, that's. Do you have another 6-pack here?
I do.
Okay, because when they do the drive thing, they end up going to a bar, and here we go. Here you go. Gotcha.
All right, my other 6-pack is Stoney hanging out with the gang and them taking him in. To me, it has shades of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where he makes friends with the biker gang and they give him a jacket and a motorcycle.
Oh, and he, but he doesn't do the dance though.
Right. He just does tequila shots. Salt Travis, Salt Travis, Salt Travis.
You want? I love that. You want to be a man? Where's the worm?
Eventually. Look,
I'm the weasel. Yeah, he does his weasel thing. Yeah.
Check out my patch.
And here's what Dave is a fucking moron, because when the cute girl asks you to dance that you want to be with, I don't care how shitty of a dancer you are, you fucking dance.
No shit. Like,
you
here's
do the
your
one man's overbite, you do the hand above the head.
Yep.
I don't care. You figure out
throw it away. Throw it away.
I don't care what it is.
Do something. You dry hump her.
You do the African anteater ritual.
Yes.
You do that's there. Oh, man.
And we see at the end of the movie, guess what? He's already got a synchronized fucking dance routine already worked out with Stoney and Link.
Yeah, well, Link lurked on it. Link saw that on the thing, that one video, and he was doing it. Hey, yeah. Now, but while this is all going on, Matt is at the school, and I don't understand what he was looking for in the records. Like, he knows where he's at. Why would he be going into the records? I don't understand that. What could he have gleaned, like, as a kid? What could you be thinking I would find out? Now, he did find something out, but that wouldn't be what he would have been looking for.
All he knows is Link is this guy that all the girls are into. Like, Robin Tunney wants to play light as a feather, stiff as a board with him. So, and his own girlfriend wants him.
Yeah.
Barely speaks any English. So I think it's more, where the fuck did this kid come from? I need to find out any dirt I can on him.
Okay. Now they take us back to the bar, and to me, the bar scene is the worst. It's really cheesy.
I like it.
But here's the thing: what were they busted doing? Drinking salsa and dancing. It's an over 21 establishment. That means that it's the bar's fault if they're in there.
Well,
but only one of them drank, and that was Stoney. And he's a minor, and they fed it to him, so no one gets in trouble. So it's like, what are they in jail for?
It's
drinking salsa.
Well, maybe it's because of the whole car situation.
Well, there's that.
Fucking Fast and Furious Part 12 through town.
Yeah, that's true.
Followed him there for that.
Hey, he's family now.
So that's a reason to arrest them right there.
There, another movie in the universe.
Yes, that hasn't been made yet.
It wasn't made yet. You're right. Yeah,
Fast and Furious 12 has not been made yet.
It will be. Well, who knows? Did you hear the director had to fall out of the most recent one? Justin Lin quit the job, and
I heard that because I told you. Actually, I told you
yeah.
on a
well,
podcast.
I heard it somewhere else too.
No, you heard it from me first because you were like, "What?" Which we actually is on a podcast where I brought that up on a previous episode.
Okay, all right.
You heard it from me, bitch. Give me some credit.
All right, okay. So, so when they're in jail, though, he makes his one call to Robin. And then what does she do? She pulls the shit move as asking him to ask his friend to go to prom. It's like, during his one fucking call? Fuck her. So, I'm going to hit your six-pack, though.
This is not six-pack. This is generic.
Oh, generic. Pardon me. You don't color code yours. Okay. Here we go.
All right. So my generic, it's kind of a combination here. Robin sucks and Dave is a fucking tool, and they deserve each other.
Yeah.
But the whole using your one phone call to ask her to prom is trying too hard ad nauseum at this point. I feel like I'm watching Rudy again. This is what makes me feel like not been catching the bowl like you talked about earlier.
Can I paint the helmets? The helmets?
I just want to be a part of the team. So let me know anything I can do, coach. He's trying to force her to fucking like him. It's like I'm trying to force myself to play for the Irish, even though I can't play football too good. Like, I'm telling you, they kiss at the end of the movie, and I guarantee he's her bitch for life if she doesn't dump him.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Totally wearing
it's over. It's over. Now, just like, a couple more.
She will fucking talk him into letting her sleep with other men, and he will let her. That is the relationship they're
He will be, what's his name, in Waiting. And it'll take him a little bit to figure it out. The guy, Calvin.
Yeah,
Waiting.
He'll be Calvin.
That makes him upset, which means he tries to get rid of Link like he's a fucking cat he wants to drop off in the woods and never come back for. It was so fucking strange that he did that. I mean, I don't understand it. I like, it's not like he drops him off like he's a pet, and that is so weird. Stoney at least keeps perspective. That's why I think I like Stoney better, because Dave is kind of an asshole.
Oh, I totally like Stoney better.
Yeah. Why? I mean, how could you think a human, even if he's not like the kind of human we are now in the sense of how he grew up with, he's still a human being. You can't just drop him off in the woods and say, have fun.
Go build a fire.
Build a fire. Yeah, here's the lighter. You'll don't worry about that. Smokey the Bear guy is full of shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, but Stoney, Dave was like, talking to her when, like, you were wanting to do this too, but Stoney never said that. Stoney always had perspective. He was always like, I just want to be his friend. I just want to hang out. I just want to have a good time that way. He never needed it for the popularity. That was always Dave, and Dave was kind of an asshole about it.
Dave's a douchebag.
On prom night, Link is a hit at the party with Robin as his date. While Dave stays in for the evening, Matt breaks into Dave's bedroom and steals photographic evidence that Link is a caveman. As Dave and Stoney go after Matt and his friends, another earthquake happens. At the prom, Matt's plan to uncover the freak backfires as the information instead makes Link even more popular. Dave and Robin make up, and the three boys lead the entire prom in an impromptu caveman-like dance. After the prom, some of the students attend Dave's house for a pool party. I'm not even fucking calling that a pool. A whole party where Dave and Robin kiss. No, it's not.
Miraculously done.
No, there was no cement. It was just the hole with dirt. Meanwhile, Stoney and Link follow clues similar to when they found him
lights.
ranging from breast prints on the. Now you got me all fucking
breast prints. Oh man, I mean,
and paint covering on. Yeah, breast prints on the slider.
Why don't they use that to identify people at the FBI?
They discover a beautiful cat. Yeah, breast prints. They discover a beautiful cave woman in the bathtub who turns out to be Link's partner from the beginning of the film. He joins her in the bathtub as Stoney cheers them on and embraces her happily.
There we go. I think we just discovered a new thing there with breast prints.
That is not a pool, by the way. When you look at it, look, it's just, there's no cement or anything poured. It's just dirt with water in it.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm still on breast prints.
It's how you want to do identification?
Yes.
You notice the minor abrasion around the areola. This is it's like that's, I don't know how you could do that.
I'm ready to check out another lineup.
No, oh yeah,
wasn't there. Bring some more in.
The only way I can identify her is when her breasts are squeezed up against the glass. So if you want to bring them out, just put your hands up and put your breasts against the glass, ma'am.
Wait, they were actually soapy when I saw them.
Yeah, could you?
Wow, breast prints. Wow.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Now here we go. We are another fucking dick move by Matt, though. When he finds the pictures before he gets out of the bedroom, what's he decide to do? Slam the fucking lamp down.
Oh, just fuck with the shit.
Just being a dick.
Although he's kind of pissed because when he got into the house, he kind of got hung up in the hammock, and that was kind of fucking hilarious.
That was good.
He didn't look all athletic and cool in that moment. He was like, "Oh shit!" You know?
That was good. That was actually, that would have had a chance to be a 6-pack because it was just funny to watch the slapstick.
It was.
part.
Yeah, it was. Now I'll also say, Matt tries to do the grand gesture in 80s movies. That was a big thing, you know, the grand gesture and exposing something, and then becoming the hero. But his grand gesture backfires.
Do you want to know what he really is? He's a caveman.
And then everybody just laughs.
Yeah!
I mean,
no, they start cheering like fucking crazy.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, cool. Sure. We're down with that.
Awesome. Slicing. Donde está el sanitarios?
Donde está? But I do like that Link throws him on the cake. That is kind of cool. Although he kind of ruined the cake for everybody.
Yeah, but he did the whole reenactment of the fight scene. Spun him around.
If it would have been funny if they wanted to pay off on the joke, Matt should have said, "Ow, my pancreas," at that moment. Just it would have, because it'd been funny if he said it. Just my thoughts.
I don't know. I think it'd been funny if Link said it. Ow, my pancreas.
Ow, my pancreas. But I do like that Stoney does the shush.
And then gives the wave to everybody.
Because he's a prom king or whatever.
Diana wave.
So I want to give my generic here because this happens right now. And that is, oh no, pardon me. Well, that's not a generic. I'll call it a generic. Fuck it. The dancing. I'm going to say that the dancing that they did with the caveman dance, I did not like it in this movie. I thought it was corny.
The synchronized dance?
And I kind of, what?
The synchronized dance?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of corny, and I kind of roped in. I was looking at my notes, and I kind of roped in the dirt pool too into my generic.
Yeah,
I just was not a fan of that either.
I think the stupid part was Dave with Rob. Wait, watch this. It's like, hey, look, I can dance. Like again, one more fucking sad, pathetic thing. Look, wait, watch this. I can dance.
You know what? I feel for Dave.
I don't. Dave's a douchebag.
No. Here's why I feel for Dave, because he doesn't know. He needs the same gift he gave Link. He needs self-awareness. But it's going to take him that therapy and all those dollars to get there.
No, he needs to be buried underground for a couple 100 years, at least. Come back later where nobody knows who he is. Maybe he's got a chance then.
No, because they'll say, what's that fucking hobbit coming back?
Like, for another thing here, you gotta understand, like, you know, Robin, she's 8 inches taller than you, first of all. So that's not good in high school either. So there's another strike against you.
Yeah, you got that.
Like, that's why they show the kissing scene. They're both sitting down.
I once had a girl that, one of those show choir situations, that was taller than me, that was into me. And that was weird. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned that, it was different. Kissing up to someone is weird.
I'm sorry.
I just want to throw it out there. It was.
You can't pick your groupies.
Hey, you take what you get.
Take what you get. You don't throw a fit.
I have my note here. Dave didn't deserve her, but you said earlier they deserve each other, so
They
I'll
fucking
stick with
do.
that.
They do.
Now, how did the cave woman know how to use a fucking bathtub?
You just start.
I mean, she gets out,
turning handles and shit. I'm just wondering how she knew how to put the fucking bubble bath.
That's what I'm saying. She got a bubble bath, got a tub, probably at the right temperature because she's not jumping out.
And soap was not invented back in caveman times.
No.
I don't think you took a bath unless it fucking rained.
She probably smelled bad.
Oh, they both did when they came out.
Yeah. That was bad. That was some bad thing. But you know what? That's bad. But what I do love, I love the ending because we got ourselves a freeze frame ending. If you don't look at the little thing right after that with Pauly Shore,
I'll be back.
and he was, but this movie, nothing else in this movie was. he was. All right, that's this movie in a nutshell. Do you want to go with your question?
Let's go. Memorabilia time. What would you like to own from this movie? I would like the Radmobile game because I think that would be something awesome to have in the basement.
That is pretty cool, and I'm down with that. But I want it because it's vintage. I want Link's Cosby-esque sweater he wore to Blades with that pattern and everything.
Yeah.
That would be cool to have like on your wall signed by Brendan Fraser.
It would be as long as you don't call it a Cosby-esque sweater.
Well, there is the cancel
Cosby sweater. No.
Well, I get the sweater with some Rohypnol. So if you look at it, it just puts you to sleep.
Oh my! Wow.
That's awful. I am so sorry. I am so sorry about how I just treated the word with that. Anyways.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to rate. Now, as much as I fucking railed on Dave and Robin in this movie, and I kind of can't stand them. And to me, it sucks too, because I love Sean Astin. But seriously, dude, you're such a fucking chode in this movie. Your character is big time. So that whole part aside, this is one of my favorite, from an entertainment standpoint, movies. Like, this doesn't get old to me. I fucking love this movie. Regardless of, like, there's a lot of holes we can poke in it, and we even like, come on, what the fuck, really, seriously? But still, like, the premise of it is hilarious. Like, the whole thing, and again, this is like the perfect amount of Pauly Shore, and for this type of goofy ass movie, it works perfectly. Fucking love it. I am going hard at this. 21.5 cans.
Oh shit!
Yes, that is how much I love Encino Man.
Okay, so people,
I'm okay.
You gotta understand.
I am fucking proud to give it that rating.
I guess reality doesn't hit him very hard.
Reality bites.
Because okay, so we asked the question: is this a good movie? Absolutely not. And when I mean say that, I mean as in like a film. Like, is it cinema? But I am entertained every time I watch it. Even though the plot is a little preposterous. At least with movies that have magic or something, you can at least suspend some disbelief. This doesn't have that, and you have to suspend a lot of disbelief on things you know that just aren't true.
Well, it's funny that I suspend disbelief on a caveman coming out of the ground more than I can about the dickhead digging the fucking hole in the ground.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Both of them
parts more believable. The caveman part is more fucking believable.
They're both just as likely.
Then really digging a pool.
But hey, once I accept that Link is here, you accept the rest. So it's like you kind of go, okay, so I have to do the rest. So I got a line here for you. So the truth is, bro, life's about greasing the dewback, buddy, and wheezing on the buffest man or film. There you go. It was kind of like a harsh ride, but one I enjoy, so I give it 13 cans.
Okay. 13. Wow.
Slightly. Here's the thing. It's as a film, it's not great. As entertainment, I'm thoroughly entertained.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I rate it so highly.
It's one of those movies I love, but doesn't score very high.
I love it. That's why I rate it so highly, because it fucking entertains me every time I watch it.
You like this better than Son-in-Law? You scored it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that.
Not. It's hard to. Yeah, because like I said earlier, though, I mean, this is my favorite Pauly Shore role for him.
I get it.
Oh,
I think you're scoring Pauly Shore's role more than you are the movie. But
no, I'm scoring. No, you know what it is to me? This is my favorite Pauly Shore role and one of my favorite Brendan Fraser roles. Like, he's awesome in this.
Oh no, The Mummy, he's way better.
I said
he's
one
box
of.
office.
I
box
said one.
office.
He's
in
fucking
The Mummy.
awesome in this, though.
Okay.
Like, this was like, I mean, because this is Brendan Fraser's like coming out movie, basically.
Blast from the Past, better movie.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, that gives us an average of 17.25 cans for Encino Man.
Oh my gosh, what is this better
Nice.
than?
Hold on a second. Where is Son-in-Law? Let me find that real quick.
Oh, I probably have that somewhere.
Son-in-Law, yeah, I gave 16. You gave 12.75. So you gave this just a tick below what you gave Encino Man. Son-in-Law.
Yeah, makes sense because they're both just as good as at movies, but entertaining. I will watch them every time they're on.
All right, 17.25 we also had is the same rating as My Girl.
Better movie. That's because of you.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Because
I know you're okay with that. I'm just saying it's because of you that My Girl, which is
22.5. That makes
what?
me happy. I gave it 12. You gave it 22.5. My Girl.
You gave it 12.
I did.
You think that My Girl is a worse movie than this one?
You know what? You gave Hocus Pocus a 4.5. So shut the fuck up till the day you die.
Hocus Pocus is trash.
Fuck you.
It's trash, and you know it.
You're trash, show choir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So
17.25.
We also have You've Got Mail. That's 17.25.
That's a better movie.
Clueless, 17.25.
Better movie than this.
Well, it's 'cause
I might even scored it better.
You gave it 13.5. Clueless.
Yeah, I scored it better.
I gave it 21.
So I scored that one better than this one, like I should have.
We've got a lot of 17.25s.
Really?
Remember, well, because what did we do? Was it E.T. the one that I was like, I cannot find a fucking matching score for this? It was like that unique score. And that's why I was just like, everything's 17.25. You get 17.25. You get 17.25. Everybody gets 17.25.
This is our middle of the road. Maybe we should change our scale then to try and meet what is a middle of the road movie.
No, I think we're good.
I tell you, because maybe we need to figure out a better way to show if the bulk of them should be in the middle, because not all movies are great unless we think all movies are great. There's that. Because 17.25 means they're all good movies.
I don't think all movies are great. I will go back to Tokyo Drift when I say that.
That's a better movie than this.
Fuck you, you stupid sack.
Actually, it's not. I'll say I may have rated it as lower than this too. Yeah. Oh, he's looking. He's looking. People.
I wasn't looking for that. No.
Okay.
Scores. That's all.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're just looking, but not saying anything. That's great. That's good. That's good radio or podcast.
Yeah, it is. Moment of silence. 17.25. Another one, Scent of a Woman, is 17.25.
Better movie than this.
So there you go.
I gave Tokyo Drift a 12. You gave it a 3.
And it's lucky to get a 3 from me.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
I am ready.
We would like to thank you for listening. We also encourage you to join our Patreon so you can get some of that bonus content that we have talked about and other fun stuff. For example, we're going to be dropping, like we said, a bonus episode of probably cartoons, it sounds like.
Cartoons. We got some ideas.
We got some ideas.
Working on. Maybe like some life
drinking
hacks.
Zoom parties.
Yeah. life advice.
Oh, wow. You don't want that.
How to cure hemorrhoids with peanut butter and toothpicks. Like, we got all kinds of stuff.
So remember, you can go to sodapopcultureclub.com for all things related to the show, including your chance to make movie suggestions, and our episode schedules there as well. We are also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we have a Twitch channel. Now, we want to give you a little tease as to what next week's movie may be. See if you can guess what it is.
It was a G.I. Jane joke. That's all I'm giving you.
Get your alien's name out of your mouth. My alien's name out of your mouth. That's it.
There you go.
Oh man! And as always, we'd like to thank you for listening. Is there anything else that you have?
Just thank you for listening. Please leave us some reviews. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time, or talk at you.